Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I don't really know what I'm going to be calling this video. I am filming a concealer review at the same time. So that's the other video I am filming today. And so I have foundation and concealer down and a little bit of loose powder, but I wanted to put on the rest of my makeup. So I figured, why don't I turn on the camera and basically do like a get ready with me using some products that I've recently hauled. So I guess that's what I'm going to be calling it. I don't really know. But if you're interested in just kind of hanging out and getting ready with me, then just keep on watching. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have foundation down, which is the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. I also have the concealer that I'm testing, which I won't mention because I don't know what order I'm going to be putting this in, and I want it to be a surprise. And then I have some Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder down, and that's it. So I probably look pretty like scary right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some bronzer slash contour. This I have used only once on camera. This is the Clé de Peau Bronzing Duo in the shade Light. I really love this, and I've used this quite a bit off camera, and I was like, let me use it again on camera because I do love it, and I think it just has such a really nice undertone to it. It's very light, and it's just a very, very interesting tone. It's not very like orangey, it's more like peachy pinky, so it's not red either. I don't know. It's a really, really interesting bronzer. And I also thought I would use some brushes that I've hauled recently that I have not used on camera. At least I don't think I have. So I'm going to try this Chikuhodo R-H1 brush. This is slightly angled, and I believe this is gray squirrel hair. It's either gray squirrel hair or copra, but I believe it's gray squirrel hair. I don't remember. Anyway, it's incredibly soft and it is natural hair. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to use both sides because this is one of those bronzers that has a split pan with a darker and a lighter. Just pick up a little bit of the product and brush that on. Ugh, this brush is very nice. Super soft, but very effective. It picks up plenty of product. Lays it down really nicely. All right, so there's the bronzer down. Doesn't that look really nice? I just think it looks like such a nice, healthy flush. So pretty. Before we go any further, I did want to try a cream highlight. This was sent to me from Sigma. This is the Brilliant Shimmer Cream in the shade, I don't know. There is no shade name on here. So it looks like this. Really pretty, kind of like rose gold color. And I'm just going to tap this onto my cheeks. Oh, that's pretty. Very subtle, and it's not as like tacky and emollient as some of the other cream highlighters I've been using, like the Tom Ford like duo stick. It has like kind of the highlighter. It's a little bit more bronzy on me, and the blush, that one is a little bit more emollient. The Chantecaille, the ones in the tube, those are a little bit more emollient. This one is a little bit drier. I don't know if the color is the one that I wanted for today, though. It looks a little bit warmer in the pan than it does, I think, on my cheek. On my cheek, I think it looks pretty cool and icy. It has a very strong kind of like silver tone to it versus gold. So I think it looks okay. It's just, I don't think it was what I was expecting. So that was highlight. Oh, I also wanted to try, gosh, I probably should have used this first. I also wanted to try this Glossier Cloud Paint in the new shade Dawn. I had used the other new one, Storm, in that video where I hauled this stuff, but I wanted to use this color, and now I'm not sure if it's going to go with this highlight because it's so cool, and this is orange. Let me try a little bit, like a teensy amount, because these are pretty pigmented. So I'm going to put some just on the back of my hand here. Ooh, God, that's a lot. Maybe I'll try this brush that I hauled. This is the T3 from Chikuhodo, and this is undyed goat hair. So this is okay for cream products, and I believe actually this is their foundation brush, or they call this a foundation brush. For me, it's a little bit too dense for a foundation brush, but let's try this for blush. Again, I'm going to go in real light. You probably won't even see it, but I'm going to go in real light here. I think that works okay, as long as you keep it kind of light. So that's Dawn from Glossier. Again, a brand new cloud paint from them. There, I think that actually worked out really, really nicely. And this brush was really nice. I think it was probably picking up some of the bronzer that I had underneath, because the brush looks a little bit, not just, you know, dirty from the orange, but there's a little bit of like brown in there. So maybe this would have been better if I stippled instead of really kind of like working it in. But we can always go in with a little bit more bronzer, which I think I'll do right now. Going back in with that same brush, the R-H1. And warming that up a little bit more. Yeah, I think that brush took away some of that powder, which is not surprising. That is my fault. I should have gone in with the cream product first. All right, and I used such a little amount of that blush, by the way. I poured out that huge dollop and I just took out a little bit and then kept spreading it around, and that's all you need. Those Glossier cloud paints are really, really a great pigmented cream blush. They're just wonderful. So the next thing I want to try is the Surratt Brow Pomade. So this was sent to me from Surratt, so thank you very much. But I need to kind of fill in my brows a little bit first before going in with the pomade. So I'm going to be using the Surratt Brow Pencil, and I have it in the color Raven. I love how fine this tip is. That's the best I can do with my eyebrows today. My God, I swear this one is like really jacked up. So is this one actually. All right, so let's go in with the brow pomade and see if this can tame my crazy eyebrows. So it comes with this little brush on one end. It's really interesting. And then you can see the pomade on there. It looks like a white gel almost. And I'm gonna brush that through. It's very nice. I've used this before. It just leaves your brows like still malleable, which I really like. I don't like a crunchy brow at all. I feel like I can't like move my face. And this is great. This keeps your brows like, you know, like it's a pomade. So it keeps them soft and like you can just kind of continuously style them. It's even softer than the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel, which I love. But yeah, this one just keeps your brow hairs like behaved, but not like, you know, cemented down in place. All right, so that's as good as my brow's gonna get. Well, maybe not yet. All right, and for eyes, I thought I would go in with the new Bareminerals Gen Nude eyeshadow palette in Copper. This is the one that I just hauled from Ulta. That is what this one looks like. I want to do something a little bit subtle because like I mentioned, I am doing a concealer review and I don't want that much product around my eyes to kind of detract from the concealer, but I did want to at least use these two matte shades here just to kind of give my eyes a little bit of dimension, and then maybe go in with this dark matte brown to like line my eyes, define my eyes a little bit. So let's start there, and I definitely have some new eyeshadow brushes to play with. Let's try the Koyudo Red Squirrel large eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go into this first color Gypsy. Excuse me. I'm gonna go into this first color Gypsy here. Get the kind of excess off onto my arm and swipe that across my lid. I have to say, a lot more product was picked up by this brush than I thought. God, the softness of these bristles, really, really amazing. Really nice. Okay, let's try this brush. I don't know if this is the right shape though for what I'm needing. Well, we can try it. This is the Koyudo, this is the white Canadian squirrel hair brush. This is the medium sized one. And I'm gonna go into this color, which is called Truth, right over here. And I'm just gonna pack this onto the outer V over here. Beautiful. Wow, this brush really just kind of does all the blending for you. This is a really subtle eye look. You guys probably won't even be able to see much of it through the camera. I like the way these eyeshadows performed. I love these brushes. These brushes just lay down color like it's airbrushed already. There really is nothing like natural haired brushes. And then actually, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to use some liner to define my eyes. Again, I don't want to kind of disturb the concealer too much. And I think if I go in with like a brush even like on my lash line, I think it's just going to kind of detract from the concealer. So I'm just going to use a little bit of liner and like tight line and use it on my waterline. So as you guys know, I've been loving the Chanel Stilo Ombre et Contour, and this is electric brown, which is kind of like a metallic brown. I just love it. It stays in place. It's beautiful. It's easy to use. It glides on. Super low maintenance. And then I'm just going to use the nude color and put it in my waterline towards the inside of my eye. So there is an easy eye look. And now that I have all this makeup on, I think I want to use a nude lip, but I really wanted to try this Givenchy Le Rouge Liquide. And I have it in the color 306, which is Orange Plumetis. So this is a really bright orange color, bright reddish orange color. So let's try this. Maybe it'll work. And if not, I'll just take it off and we'll use something else. So I know you're supposed to twist this ever so carefully so that not too much product comes out. I'm like quarter twisting it, and at about halfway, a little bit came out the top. So I'm going to twist it just a little bit more and go with that. Oh, this feels so weird. The sponge tip applicator feels so weird. It's actually tickling my lip. So there it is. It has a matte finish. It's pretty comfortable on my lips though. I was really afraid that it was going to be drying, which I guess we still have to wait and see. Oh, and you know, when you twist the other way, I do see the liquid kind of go back in. It kind of retracts. That's good to know. There's a slight fragrance. It's so odd. It's kind of sweet, but it doesn't smell like food. Or does it? Maybe it kind of smells like a weird cookie, like a fragrant cookie. Let me put a little bit more on. Interesting. This has got to be the most interesting lip product I've ever used. I wish the finish wasn't so matte. While I don't think this color is my first choice for the makeup look that I have, I don't think it looks horrible. Do I want to change it out? Do I have another lip product that I should try? Actually, I think I have the perfect color for this look, and this is something I just hauled with my Ulta order, and this is the Flower Beauty Cinnamon Crush matte color in 030, and this was recommended to me by Georgia Harris, who's another YouTuber here. If you guys haven't checked her out, you should. She's just such a darling. So she said, look, I know you're really into luxury beauty, but you've got to check out these lipsticks. She's like, these are the best lipsticks I have tried in a very, very long time. So I was like, okay, I will try them. And I think a few people have actually commented in my comment section on just random videos about Flower Beauty and how they had heard that these were so amazing, and was I planning on giving it a shot? I wasn't. I really was not planning on giving it a shot. But with so many recommendations, I thought I'd be silly to not try them. So I'm going to take this Givenchy off and try the Flower Beauty lipstick. All right, so now let's give this a shot. This is what the Cinnamon Crush color looks like. Goes on really creamy. The finish is a kind of like natural matte finish. It doesn't look too dry. I think I would like to try a cream formula because this feels a little bit thick on my lips, and I wonder if a cream one would feel a little bit more moisturizing. But in terms of a matte lipstick, this is very, very comfortable. Let me blot a little. Not even that much comes off. Wow. It's not transfer proof though, for sure. All right. I'm going to leave this on and see how it goes. I love the color. I think the color works really, really well with the rest of my makeup today. So wow, I'm excited about that. Thank you, Drew Barrymore. Aren't you just so talented in so many different ways? So last but not least, I am going to try a new finishing powder, and this is the new Guerlain limited edition Meteorites that came out for this summer, and these are called Rainbow Pearls. So it comes in this fun tin. I'm going to use my trusty Sonia Face One brush. I haven't used this in a bit because it was so dirty and I just needed to wash it. So I finally washed it. And so I shook up the Meteorite so that I got a lot of powder on the lid here. So I'm just going to pick some up with the brush. So I have about that much. And just work that onto my cheek. God, I have really come to love the smell of these meteorites. I can't believe at one point in my life I didn't like the smell at all. Oh, nice. It kind of gives your skin like a demi-matte, almost satin finish versus the other meteorites, the ones that come in the regular line. That is definitely more glowy. So I was mentally prepared for this because Tara Babies had reviewed this particular meteorites and said that this was really nice for summer because it's a little bit more matte versus the regular ones. So nice. I can confirm that information. It definitely is a little bit more matte. And there is definitely a little bit of like a white cast to this powder. It is definitely more fair skin friendly. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping in and joining me and playing around with some makeup with me. I had a lot of fun. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.